So here it is, time to reveal your answers to the 12 questions about the WWE Network and then give my answers as well. I'll post the questions that were posed in the video Saturday in the description box down below so that way you guys can follow along with me. So here we go, let's get started. Question number one was, are you subscribed to the WWE Network? This was kind of split down the middle with yes and no. Question two was, if yes, will you renew your subscription? And this was kind of split, even though it seemed like more that already were subscribed did plan on resubscribing or re-upping. But there were some that said no, that they weren't going to. Now, I'm subscribed to the WWE Network, and yes, when my subscription ends in August, I do plan on renewing. And I'll talk about that more in a second. Number three, if no, do you plan on subscribing in the future? There were some yeses and there were some no's. Probably no more yeses than there were no's, but there were definitely quite a number of no's. Number four was the interesting question to me. What's your reason for doing so or not doing so when it comes to renewing your subscription or not getting a subscription? For people, they said if they were renewing it, it's because of the pay-per-views and the price and what they get for the price that they pay. For the no's, they said it was things like not liking the product, and a lot of people that said no also talked about the fact that it wasn't available in their country. I'll be honest, primarily the single biggest reason why I would be resubscribing to the WWE Network is simply because of doing this show. It's an interesting question. Would I bother subscribing to the WWE Network if I didn't do OTRS Central? I doubt it. I doubt it. Number five, your thoughts on the concept of the WWE Network. Most of you like the concept. And I was surprised when, after all that time of them talking about it being like a hardline cable or satellite network, they went with the streaming Netflix, Hulu type of service. And I think long term, that's the better direction and vision for them to go. I like the concept and I like the thought of WWE actually trying to be more with the technological times. And most of you seem to like the concept. Number six, though, was the WWE ahead of the curve or in over their heads with the WWE Network? The majority of you said in over their heads. There were plenty of you, too, though, that said they were ahead of the curve, and some of you said they were ahead of the curve while also being in over their heads. And that's the answer I tend to gravitate to. I think they were trying to be ahead of the curve, and I applaud them for their aggressiveness, and I applaud them for understanding that they had a problem with the way things were currently going, and something needed to happen and something needed to change. But as is often the case with the digital world when it comes to the WWE, I do think they were in over their heads, and I still think they are. Number seven, your thoughts on how the WWE Network was rolled out. A lot of you questioned the lack of overseas availability. A lot of you also questioned the time of promotion for it before it launched, as in it wasn't very much. And to me, those are the two biggest issues I have with the rollout of the WWE Network. It was like the WWE couldn't get over themselves with how proud they were of the fact that they were doing this brand new venture. But then after the announce time, instead of maybe dedicating months and months to it with a slow tempered build and giving examples over months' time of what would appear on the WWE Network, it was bam, a month later, the network's available. You people need to fucking subscribe. And then all the while, where you're trying to be an international brand, knowing that the U.S. audience isn't nearly as interested as it once was, at least all of us can see it. Apparently, the only one that can't see that is the WWE. They decided to only release it in the States initially, and that was a big-time problem. So I wasn't a fan of the rollout at all for several different reasons, like a lot of you were. Question number 8. I was wondering what the answers to this one was going to be. Is the $9.99 price too high, too low, or just right? There are very, very few people that said that the price was too high. It was split kind of with either okay or too low. And I tend to believe that it maybe is a little too low. Maybe it needed to be more in the $11.99 to $14.99 range, a range where they could make more money off of it, but also a range that wouldn't be that prohibitive to the 670 plus thousand subscribers they already have. Most, if not all of them, would still probably subscribe at $11.99 or $14.99 if that's the price you would have initially rolled it out with, especially if you would have sold the features, the advantages, and the benefits, as we say in the sales business, FAB, or just strictly even talk about features and benefits. Screw the advantages. The features and benefits could do it itself. If you'd done a better and more effective job of doing that, which you're supposed to do if you're trying to sell something, then as a result, you could have justified the slightly higher price point. I think the WWE became transfixed and fixated on the price point to the point where they assumed that this was all their wrestling fans could really afford. At number 9, why does the WWE Network not have more subscribers? Not being released worldwide. A lot of people also talked about the fact that the direction of the product, makes it challenging to get people to want to subscribe to the network and fork more money over to the WWE. People talked about the fact that a lot of the content that was already on the WWE network is already on the internet in different places, so why pay for something that you can get free access to? And then some other people talked, of course, about internet streaming. And I think these are all valid, legitimate points. Number 10, what can the WWE do to get more subscribers? Releasing it to more than just the US. I wonder how much that will boost them, though, if they go to like Canada and the UK, if a lot of those people are using like VPNs in order to already get the WWE network. How much of a boost are they really going to get in certain areas by going international? But it's something that obviously needs to happen. People talking about the fact that the WWE product needs to get better, and it could always get better. It's going to definitely get better now, and I think that would definitely help the case. If more people were more satisfied more consistently with the WWE network, more of them would be okay with forking over $9.99 a month to support the WWE with the network. As far as the internet availability of the other stuff and the streaming, so be it. Keep in mind that a lot of the stuff that's on the internet might not be the highest quality, so maybe the WWE should emphasize the superior stream and video quality. As far as the internet streaming, it is what it is. Number 11, will the WWE Network be a success or failure for the company? People were torn. Some saw success long term. Some people saw failure based off of the short term. I think if the WWE stays the course and they go with a slow cook and a slow build instead of the hashtag WWE Network or die movement, I think it could be a success and a very decent success. But will they ever get to 2 or 2.5 million subscribers? I don't know. It might take years before they could potentially get to that. So I could see it going one way or the other. I could see it being a nice success for the WWE, and I could see it being a colossal failure that potentially cripples the company. And the last question, number 12, how do you feel the WWE Network will change the company in the future? Interesting answers here. Good, bad, different. Talking about that this could undermine the value of the product, that this could be bad due to oversaturation. This could be bad because it would be a financial disaster. People thought that it would be good because it would sit there and show that the WWE is ahead of the times. As the world is more and more cutting the cord with cable and satellite, here's the WWE going to where the people are on their tablets, on their mobile devices, their laptops, what have you. That could be a good thing long term. So again, very interesting. And I think in terms of how it will change the company, I'm not 100% sure yet. I know one thing, it definitely already has changed the company, and it will definitely change the company for years on going forward. So thanks to all of you that participated by answering these 12 questions about the WWE Network. Remember, again, Saturday, there will be another 12 questions video, so make sure you stay tuned for that. Make sure you share it with other people when it comes up, so that way I get more feedback from more of you. I like doing this series. I want to continue to do this series, but I need more participation. I need more people watching these videos. Your chance to be engaged with me, your chance to have this show be more interactive, and I hope more of you take advantage of that.